Alright guys, Zachman18 here. Welcome back to the WTZM TV Channel 18 Superstation. It is time to continue on with our Let's Play of Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney on the DS. And yesterday we are about to, well, right now we're about to head into what happened 7 years ago with Phoenix Wright. So let's jump right into it. Showdown time. I lost. It's only a game of poker. A game I've played for a long time. And only lost twice. Who was the first? The man I killed, of course. Well, it seems I've found the partner I've been looking for all along. Over a game of cards? Why, yes. Over a game of cards. That was how we first met. 7 years ago. 7 years earlier, Phoenix Wright's final trial. Let's jump into the flashback right now. April 19th. Here we go. They have the classic music too. It's okay. It's been a long time since I felt like such a rookie. Gotta try and relax. Good morning, Mr. Enigmar. I am sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure I'm prepared. I understand I am asking the impossible of you. Yes, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards, and that was enough. Actually, it wasn't. Trust me. She's so cute.
Oh, morning, Daddy.
I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They picking on you?
I am fine as always. This old boy is here to help me after all. That's young man to you. So that's when he was her daddy. Good morning, that's a cute outfit you have on.
Thanks, my first show's today after all.
Oh, I'm sure it is. What the heck is she talking about?
Oh, old boy.
Huh? Me? Look what he started.
Here.
What's this?
I don't know, I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair. They said it was really important.
What's this? A memo for you or some such? Not from the looks of it. What is this? Looks like a page from someone's diary. I'll give it a read later. Well, how do you feel about the trial today? We'll get through it, somehow. Incidentally, the prosecutor today is a new guy, I hear. An easy win then, yes? They're calling him a true thoroughbred in the history of the prosecutor's office. Of course, there's one of those every year. The switching of attorneys just before the trial. I know it is a difficult situation I put you in. But allow me to say one thing, Mr. Wright. Yes? They will not be able to pronounce me guilty today. So do your best, but do not worry. First time a defendant's ever given me a pep speech. I'll do what I can. I see you do not understand. You see, it will be impossible for them to declare a verdict. Impossible? Yes, isn't that right, Trucy?
Yep, you bet, Daddy.
My first look at the case was only yesterday, and the information I was given was a tad bit lacking to be honest. Still, I'll do what I can, for their sake. I believe the curtains will be lifting any time now. I am in your capable hands, Mr. Wright. My client is Shady Enigmar, known to the world as Zach Gramarie. Okay. A wildly popular magician, star of Troupe Gramarie. His mentor, Magnify Gramarie, was a rare breed of magician. He single-handedly ushered in the golden age of stage magic until he was shot dead, and Zach Gramarie is the suspect. Here we go. Classic Phoenix Wright time. Court is now in session for the trial of Shady Enigmar. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Is the prosecution ready?
I was just thinking, is this what all the fuss is about? Bit of a buzzkill, really.
Buzzkill? Is this some new kind of crime?
One of the worst. This is a trial, Jar. Where are the sweaty palms? The pounding hearts? A Gavinier's concert's got 10 times the thrill of this gig, Scott.
Who are you again?
Clavier Gavin. I came to get the party started. Legally, Jar.
Gavin? Defense attorney Christoph Gavins?
Figures my bro's more famous in this part of town.
Clavier Gavin, lead singer for the mega hit band The Gavineers. You're out of your league, rock boy.
I know what you're thinking. You're out of your league, you rock boy. True, my debut single, 13 Years Hard Time for Love, went platinum overnight. But that's just a hobby to me compared to this, Ja.
Talkative, aren't you? I like your affected Euro rock accent, by the way.
I'm just getting warmed up. Hair, Tony, right?
Perhaps you would be so kind as to fill us in on the case.
Act tongue, baby. Time to call on the opening act. What was his name again? Ah, yes, Detective Gumshoe. Hit it.
Oh boy. Oh, this feels weird.
And you are?
Hey, you were the one who called me up here, sir. Name's Dick Gumshoe. I'm a homicide detective down at the precinct.
Detective Gumshoe? Long time no see.
Hey, you!
Huh? Me?
Today's the day, pal. Today I win and you lose. I got confidence in my testimony today, see?
What? You normally lack confidence in your testimony.
Wait, that was a question. Here, detective, this is my stage. Can the acting. N6.
Huh?
All this hey youing and such, and I could care less about your history together.
Very well, Detective Gumshoe, if you would, please tell us about the case at hand.
It happened 6 days back in a room at the General Hospital. The facts are as simple as they come. Here's the crime scene. The victim was a patient asleep in a hospital bed. The killer comes in, puts a pistol to his forehead, and bam, lights out. Them's the facts.
Not so long ago, the victim magnified Gramario as a famous man. He had the entire country under his magical spell, as it were. Ah, yes, the great magician. He retired years ago, though.
Say the name magnified to one of my generation and you'd be lucky to get a blank stare.
Yes, though I'm sure the youngsters today know his disciples even better. I dare say Troop Gramario has made quite a name for themselves.
Anyhow, the retired Magnify has been in the hospital for the last year. What was it? A mal-ignorant tutor or something. Doing something to his liver, I think. Yeah.
A malignant tumor, perhaps.
In other words, he had liver cancer. He had only 3 months left to live, in fact.
The facts do seem simple enough, but something's not right.
The victim was already climbing a 3-month stairway to heaven. Why not wait for him to knock, knock, knock on heaven's door? Why shoot him?
I wouldn't have put it quite so lyrically, but it's true. Why make the effort to commit murder when the victim was about to die?
Incidentally, the victim had a serious case of diabetes.
Diabetes?
In fact, he was about to shoot up with insulin. When he was shot with a pistol, a syringe was found at the crime scene. Chronic diabetes and cancer. As much as it pains me to say it, the victim was clearly at the end of his life.
This is all pretty interesting. I believe the question before us is clear, then. Why did the killer have to shoot this dying man? What reason could he have had?
Very well, detective. Perhaps you can enlighten us as to the circumstances of the shooting.
Yes, sir.
Gumshoe.
Actually, the victim kind of ordered the defendant to do him in. A few days before it happened, the victim sent a letter ordering his own murder. The defendant did what was asked of him, and shot the old man in the forehead. The bullet was fired from the pistol found at the scene, no doubt about it. And the pistol definitely belonged to the old man, sir.
What? You're saying the victim ordered his own shooting?
Those are the facts. I have here the letter in question.
Very unusual indeed. Although, could such a thing as a letter really cause one to pull a trigger, I wonder.
I believe the answer to that question can be found at the end of the letter.
Ah, you cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Detective Gumshoe, can you explain this to the court?
Unfortunately, even the defendant won't say a peep about that bit, sir.
One thing bothers me about this. Why didn't he just say 11? Why have him come at 11:05 without some specific reason?
The devil is in the details, Herr Attorney.
Well, was there some reason?
As it turns out, there was. Every night, for a half hour, starting at 11 o'clock, the victim, Magnify Gramario, was given an IV.
An IV? There it is in the picture, off to the side of the bed. At 11 o'clock,
a doctor would come to set up the IV. 30 minutes later, he would come back for the empty bag. This happened every night, without fail.
So that was the only time they could meet without the chance of an untimely interruption during his IV. Very well, shall we begin? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you would.
What's this reason he couldn't refuse, I wonder? He could have at least mentioned it to me.
Alright, here we go.
Hold it! Just because he got the letter doesn't mean he went through with it. Oh, I disagree. The victim was indeed shot in the forehead after all, just as he had commanded.
It could be a setup, but let's not be in such a hurry. Maybe we should let the witness talk for a change. Thanks, pal.
Fine, I can play it slow as well as I can play it fast. On with the testimony, Detective Gumshoe.
Hold it! Hold it! And this letter was sent by the victim.
There it is, gotcha. You're all mine this time, pal.
Huh?
I had the handwriting checked out, of course. It's the victim's own mistake.
Ah, I see.
Ha ha! Score one for the boys.
I didn't lose, I was just ascertaining the facts. So why am I so annoyed?
But a letter ordering your own death? Things aren't what they used to be, I guess.
I'm not sure this is exactly commonplace even now, Your Honor.
So anyway, guess I'll keep going while I'm ahead.
Hold it! How can you be so sure?
Hey, you gotta learn to stop relying on people to do your thinking for you, pal. Learn to think for yourself. Get that noggin cranking.
You failed to grasp the concept of questioning, Detective.
First, we got this letter. It says shoot in the forehead loud and clear.
I can see that, but I still wouldn't do it.
Well, maybe you need to grow yourself a backbone, pal.
You failed to grasp the concept of shooting people as bad, Detective.
We also found the defendant's pistol,
at the scene.
Traces of gunpowder residue shows that it had been fired recently.
Well, Mr. Wright, as far as I can tell from looking at this photo, there seems to be no issue with the prosecution's claim.
The photo, maybe there's something in there I can use. So they're saying the defendant shot the victim in the forehead. I think there's a hole in the prosecutor's argument. Clearly, Mr. Ingmar, I have no clue, didn't pull the trigger or shot something else. Didn't pull the trigger, well, there's obviously a hole, it was obviously a shot, so, shot something else. Looking at this photo, another possibility occurs to me.
Yes?
What does the letter tell us? That the defendant had a reason he couldn't refuse his teacher's wishes.
Bingo, pal. That's why the defendant popped him one in the forehead.
Oh, the defense disagrees. You see, the defendant had another choice he could make.
What, and you can prove that with this photo?
I can prove he had a choice, yes.
The defendant might have fired like he was ordered, but he didn't shoot the victim's forehead. Well, let's hear what you are thinking, Mr. Wright. If he didn't shoot the victim's forehead, what did the defendant shoot?
Or actually... Okay, let's take a look around here. This little figure, this figure has a hole in it. There we go.
The clown doll.
Take a closer look, see? It's been shot in the forehead, too.
Ah, there's a hole in its forehead.
Yes, and a hole in the prosecution's claim.
Ha, and I suppose you have a reason as to why he'd shoot the clown doll?
He didn't just shoot the doll, he shot the doll's forehead.
His forehead?
Ah! Let's read the orders once more, shall we? You will shoot one shot square in the forehead, which is exactly what he did. He shot the clown doll square in the forehead.
The defense has raised an intriguing possibility. That hole in the clown's forehead, it definitely looks like it was shot. Bailiff, send someone to investigate this matter.
I admit I'm impressed, but I expected nothing less. Still, this doesn't mean he didn't shoot the victim.
Perhaps he did have to shoot a forehead as ordered, but the letter says nothing about whose forehead. This was the only way. He had to follow his orders without taking a life.
The bullet hole in the clown doll's forehead does demand an explanation. It might very well be a clue. Yet Prosecutor Gavin is right. It alone does not prove the defendant's innocence. You cannot say for sure the defendant didn't shoot the victim.
So sorry, Mr. Wright. How sad it is to see the mighty fall.
How sad it is to see the novice's overconfidence. He doesn't realize just how big this little hole is going to get.
Detective Gumshoe, please take this newfound fact into account as you continue your testimony.
Okay, so what if he shot the victim? He still shot the victim? What? Coming in here. Only source of information. Bullet was fired. Hold it! That's a new statement because I couldn't skip through it. You mean this pistol, the one in the crime scene photo?
That's the one. It's a funny-looking gun, so there's no mistaking it.
We compared the bullet taken from the victim's skull with the bullet found from this gun. The rifling marks on the bullets were a perfect match.
So you verified the murder weapon, in other words?
You bet we did.
Okay, we've already... So what if he shot the... Okay, so this is the new statement. What if he shot the clown? He still shot the victim. Wait, did I press this one? Why are you so certain?
What pile of sand has your head been stuck in all this time, pal? You never heard of Zack and Valen's quick draw shoot 'em?
Huh? What's that?
One of the defendant's specialties. Zack and Valen stand on either side of a girl. Then they shoot, but the bullets don't hit her. Instead, they hit everything else on stage. This was one of the pistols they used in their show. Got a great design, huh? The kids love it.
Many boys and girls joined the police because of that pistol, I hear.
You know, that would explain a lot about the police force.
Chief Kamari stopped doing that act a while ago. The old man held on to that pistol ever since. The court would like to see the pistol in question. You got it, sir. Here she is. Well, this truly is a blast from the past. It's a stage pistol for magic shows, see? But it can fire real bullets. It looks so much bigger in real life than on TV. Yeah, but it can only hold one round. By the way, the pistol's firing chamber is empty, and it shows traces of having been fired recently.
So were any fingerprints found on the gun?
Unfortunately, no. Of course, the defendant is known for wearing gloves. We might say that a lack of fingerprints is, in fact, a fingerprint of his own.
Aha! Intriguing point well made.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not well made, not intriguing.
In any case, the court accepts this as evidence. My grandchild would get a kick out of seeing this, but now it's time to return to our testimony.
Okay. So what if he shot the victim? He still shot the victim. What does the pistol say? He still shot the victim. Fires one real bullet. Rifling marks match bullet found in victim. No fingerprints found. Well, we just got this, so none of this really has to do with actually shooting him. Autopsy says single gunshot to the head. Estimated time of death. Fires one real bullet. Part of the head. Wait a second. Objection! That doesn't match together. The trickiest cases often seems the simplest. Prosecutor Gavin, you missed the bullet hole in the clown's forehead. If you hadn't missed that, you might have come to a very different conclusion. Understand?
Yeah, but like I just said, pal, after he shot the clown in the forehead, he went and...
Did nothing of the sort to the victim. The pistol proves he could not.
The murder weapon? How?
It's quite simple, Your Honor. This pistol only holds one bullet at a time.
Ah!
Oh, so I was gumshoe. If he had shot the clown in the forehead, he couldn't have shot the victim too. Yeah, baby. This is my song. That's not a contradiction, not even close. All he had to do was reload the pistol after the first shot. Oh, where did he get the extra bullet? They're not so easy to come by, you know. If he claimed the defendant had one ready, then prove to us how he got it. Ugh.
I had a feeling this wasn't over yet. No, this party's just getting started, and I haven't proven anything yet beyond my good looks and starting record sales.
An utter lack of humility.
Oh, what's this? It seems that the prosecution has another witness prepared.
Like I said, Herr Detective, was just the warm-up act.
Ugh!
Now that the audience has gotten a taste of what's to come, they're ready.
Ready for what?
For my decisive witness, of course. A witness who, you will find, can prove one thing for us. That it was Zack Gramari who shot the victim in the forehead.
Very well. We will pause for a 15-minute recess.
This might be my lucky break. I'll need that 15 minutes to talk to my client, Zack.
Court is adjourned.
What the heck? Wow, what's with these short segments every day? All right, well, we're getting started here. So I guess is the rest of this case going to be all about his last case, or are we going to get back to our Apollo case as well? I don't know. So let's go ahead and save our game here. All right, this is really cool. We're checking out Phoenix Wright's final trial, so can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. So thanks everybody for watching today's part for Apollo Justice Ace Attorney on the DS. I'm Zach Ben 18, and I will see you guys in my next video coming soon. Objection!